Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll drop to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A run here with Pierce. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, oh.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got a first and maybe more. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This is Pierce. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll complete this one to Collins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Taking a shot for Dell here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Take Dell. 76 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. On this stage. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw over the middle caught by the tight end Gray. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
They'll send Rice in motion. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kendrick Bourne from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Toss play. Here's Pierce.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Toss left side for Pierce. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They go again with Pierce.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On first down, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start on the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Pacheco. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They just...
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now the Texans down by 1. 1:36 to go. A field goal could send them to the Super Bowl as they come up here on first down. He's back to throw. Finding Schultz. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He'll look to throw. A short one going to be... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Got his man, Dell. Shifts by him, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come up. First and 10 here. Pierce takes it straight ahead. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here comes 2nd down. Another carry for Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.